There. Alright, I think everything should be running well now. Let me just double check. Okay. I think we're good. Let me real fast. I'm gonna make sure I ping this time, because I have not been pinging in the past, and I just learned how to do that. I need to @, everyone. So, sorry, bear with me. I'm just getting everything good to go. There. All right, that's done. And also do the Doki craft in here. All right, here we go. We are ready to do some more terraforming today. Hopefully you guys are excited, because I actually am. I really love terraforming. One thing that I want to mention is this next video is going to be just a little bit late, guys. And I mentioned that at the end of the last episode, but I just wanted to say it again, just in case, you know, just so everybody knows. I'm doing something really, really big, and I won't spoil it, because Mystic, I'm sure you're going to want to experience it for yourself. It's going to be really, really funny. Really funny, really cool, really awesome. And hopefully I'm not overhyping it too much, but I've been working very, very hard on this. So we're gonna see how that goes, but hopefully Trozo and I can start working on that. I'm gonna say sometime tomorrow or the day after. I've kind of got a busy weekend. So I don't know if it's actually going to start till then. Let's see. Viking, if you're still here, thank you for joining. It's a pleasure to have you, even if you are at work. And Mystic. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. This is what we did last time, last week, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend it a little bit farther over here. And we also need to go all the way up above, and oh, no game sounds. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh yeah, looks like the desktop audio is not working. Sorry about that. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, that is a little bit weird. Maybe it's just not loud enough. Oh, I heard that. Are you hearing any of this? Let me shoot a firework. Are you hearing any of this? I might have fixed it. I'm hoping so. All right. Well, I'm gonna assume that is working a little bit better, at least. Can hear the button clicks and firework at least. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hope that that's good. Look, I guess I can change everything just so that it's really loud. Maybe not that. Ambient environment. Blocks. All right. So now it should be good. There you go. You can hear that for sure. I can hear that pretty loud anyway. Okay. So like I said, we're going to go a little bit higher up on the mountain. And the first thing I've got to do is I have got to find where I put the stone, because I do not remember. There it is. And maybe drop off all of my random gear, because I do not need to be carrying all of this. Like so. All right, because my inventory is going to be an absolute mess by the time we're done here. I just have a feeling. Definitely don't want that either, because that is taking up an extra space as well. I very, very frequently use my offhand when I am terraforming, and what I put in it is moss. All right, let's go. So I think I'm probably gonna move over in this general direction, because one thing I was noticing earlier is that if I fly up kind of high, yeah, this whole area is definitely gonna be really, really visible. So I want to make sure that I get that part taken care of. And I think the first thing I'll do is, you know, kind of like last time, I'm going to moss up this area right here. Maybe flatten it out just a tiny bit first. Because I really like to have these like flat areas with, you know, moss and stuff like that up here. And we could probably put like flowers and maybe even like a little tree up here eventually as well. So we're going to do this and maybe just something like that. Yeah, that's probably good enough. And then we can change the rest of this to moss, which I will just do using moss and some bone blocks, or bone meal, I should say. All right. Yeah, sorry, I was just a little bit late on this stream. Was having some troubles with my with my stream, which is pretty typical, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. I don't know when I'm gonna finally be able to actually get things going right the first time, but hopefully it's soon. A stream to keep you occupied while you're working. Dude, the trailer for that game is incredible. You really knocked the trailer out of the park. I mean, the game as well is also incredible, but really, really knocked the trailer and the game out of the park. Are you planning on making a like a video or something? Oh, actually, sorry, I know I asked you a question, but now I'm like not letting you answer. But you should totally, you know, that weekly stream you guys do with Trozo, you should make one of the games you play on that AOTC. I think that would be really cool. Some parts of the trailer maybe could have been better. You know, I think yeah, it could always be a little better, but I think it was great. Like the trailer looked really, really awesome. So I think you should be very proud of it. But yeah, we're just gonna keep, whoops, that's not the right block, like so. But yeah, if you guys spent like a stream doing playing that as like the game of the week, I think that'd be really cool. And I think we're gonna have to just clear all of this out, so I'll just do that ahead of time. We're just changing it to stone like as a baseline so that we can fix up everything else later. I'm thinking we should first want to do a video with, oh, okay, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be really, really cool. Because they're all incredibly talented video makers. Far more talented than me, but, you know, we're working on that. Purple, don't know if you've noticed yet, but you no longer have the biggest shop. I did not notice that. Let me go check that out real fast. I haven't been to the shopping district super frequently lately. All right. Oh. Oh. Wow. I did not see this. That is... Wow. Mystic, did you make this? this is substantial. Oh wow. What is it a spoiler if I ask what this is? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but oh wow, this is huge. Wait, just a second. Let me turn off my, or not turn off, but turn on the resource pack that makes borderless glass. Because I think it'll look even cooler. Oh wow. Dude, this is insane. Trozo's building over here was just absolutely gigantic, and you just made something like twice as big. Is it more than twice as big? Yeah, oh, it's way more than twice as big. It's like 2.5 times bigger. Wow, that is wild. Oh, just a second. Oh, okay, so it's gonna be like a like you offer your redstone expertise service kind of thing. Oh, that is so cool. 140 blocks high. Is that how close to world height is that? Oh, there's still a good ways to go. Yeah, because it's still a little bit higher, but still. Oh my goodness, this thing is huge. Wow. Okay, well, I will definitely be purchasing your services um, at some point. Probably a lot, probably frequently. And I see the meteor seems to have changed trajectories somehow. Not sure what that's all about, but um, feels good. Feels good. All right, Sammy, my future shop may be bigger. What? No, you guys are insane. Oh my goodness. I kind of just assumed that the butterfly was always going to be like by far the biggest thing there, but you guys are going crazy. All right, well, I cannot wait to see that. Axe, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We are going to be doing some terraforming, or we started doing some terraforming, but then Mystic had to show me his gigantic shop. Just absolutely gigantic shop. That's insane. Oh, I can't wait to see what you have coming, Sam. I keep hearing you talk about it, so I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited to see it. All right, but yeah, back to placing stone blocks, the content that you all signed up for. So don't you can't get upset about it because I literally put in the title that this is what we're gonna be doing. All right, here we go. Just gonna cover that up. It's only 23,000 blocks. Yeah, that's nothing. 23,000 blocks. I placed that in my sleep. Time to build a okay, you definitely don't want to build a 2-scale Star Destroyer. That would be just a little bit too much probably. Or you know, go like super crazy and you could build a 2-scale Super Star Destroyer. Now that I would love to see. Warm up for your mega base. Like people's mega bases are starting to pop off. Like I know I saw GC's a little bit ago. Trozo's is pretty insane. Sam's is going to be insane once he gets back to building it. That platform is huge. I've heard about Mystics, but I haven't really seen much from it yet, so I don't know. I don't have any big clues as to what that's gonna be. We're just gonna change all of this to moss for now, and then eventually I'll probably change some of it to something else, just because I don't think I want this whole area to be moss. But at least this will be a good start. And then get rid of all of the grass and the carpet. right, here we go. Oh, I was going to I'm going to make a community post about it. But I did make a second channel and I released a video on it. And it's literally just me playing Baldur's Gate 3. And because I'm super obsessed with that game right now. And I really wanted to play it, but I also wanted to like try making some content out of it. It's very, very, very different from my usual sort of more highly edited videos. Because I typically edit my videos quite a bit, but these ones are almost completely unedited. The video's like an hour, 2 hours or something long, so I don't suspect that it's going to be most of the people who watch my videos is probably not going to be their cup of tea, but I'm still probably going to put it out there just because it's a really fun game. Yeah. Oh, hello, Cedri. Welcome to the stream. We are terraforming again, as you can see. But yeah, so yeah, I'll be making a community post. I'll probably put something in my Discord about it as well. But don't feel like don't get too excited, I guess, because like I said, it's very, very different from my usual content. So I don't know how good it is yet. I'm kind of just looking at it kind of, in a similar way to when I started this channel. Like I'm trying something new, so it's probably not going to be super great in the beginning, but maybe eventually I'll get to the point where I feel like I know what I'm doing with it. But I've been wanting to play Baldur's Gate 3 for so long, and I'm finally doing it. So it's very, very fun game. Very fun game. All right, we're gonna get some more stone in here. Sorry, gonna catch up on comments real fast. Well, Sam, you've spent so much time on that game. Like, it's honestly wild to me. I don't think that I could do that. Although, I say that, and then I spend ridiculous amounts of times, like, building stuff in Minecraft, but, like, something other than Minecraft, or even, Minecraft adjacent, like, doing those command blocks and stuff, I just could not handle that at all. That is very, very impressive. Probably destroy, or not destroy, but add some stuff in here. All right, here we go. Yeah, this is not super thrilling content, but after the results from last time, I'm feeling really, really good about this. The terraforming was honestly fantastic. It's exactly what I was going for. Just all of this over here, it's looking really, really good. I mean, still a lot of work to go. A lot of stuff to do. And I talked to Kat, and she said she's totally okay with me moving it over into her area as well. So we've got like a crazy amount of terraforming to do. Like a very, very large amount. And normally I would probably, like after we did that one stream, I might have just continued to do that off camera. But with everything going on this week, with this new project that I'm working on, it's taking up so much of my time. Oh, I'm really, really excited for this. I know I haven't really mentioned what it is, and I'm not going to, but man, I've sunk a lot of time into this, and I'm really hoping it turns out half as well as if it turns out half as well as I hope it does, then it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. That's all I'm gonna say. And of course it starts raining, but you know what? That's fine. All right. However, I have no clue as I've never built a terracotta farm. Yeah, I don't think you just don't do a terracotta farm. You just go and mine terracotta. In fact, actually for my most recent project, I've needed a whole bunch of raw gold. So I actually went over to the terracotta mining area and I just strip mined like layer after layer under the beacon just to get as much gold as I could. So yeah, definitely should go and get the go to the terracotta mesa. That's probably the thing to do. Oh, that was oopsie. Gonna need to fill that in. Let me just do that real fast. I think for now we'll just do that, and then we can terraform it more later, of course. But just for now, we'll just do something like that so I don't fall through again. Mystic, I could be your first customer to make a terracotta farm. I think that we've got to get a TNT shop going. That's what I think, because I was looking around for a TNT shop a little while ago because I needed a ton of TNT, but I could not find one. So one of you guys needs to get on that. Let's see what else. We also need like a diorite andesite kind of farm. I know like that's kind of a niche thing, but nobody was selling it, and I actually kind of needed some diorite and I didn't have much. So if somebody had a shop, then I would have probably bought quite a bit from it. Just a potential shop idea in case anybody is thinking about something like that. Okay. Guess I'll come down here and finish turning this into dirt. And you know what? I'll actually switch this over here and we can do that. So much easier. Now it's like we're in creative mode again. I'm gonna Independence Weekend. That's cool. That's Norway's Independence Day, I'm guessing. Oops. If it is, then congratulations on your independence, or your memorial of your independence. That's a big day. I'm just talking now. I think actually, I don't know if you even remember this, but a while back when I was working on my I only remember this because I was working on my tower at the time, but we were just hanging out and it was like 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning for you guys, and you were like giving us a Norway history lesson. That was very fun. I enjoyed that a lot. But yes, congratulations on your independence, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. Yeah, Norway's 17th of May. Awesome. I will, honestly, I'll probably remember that now. I was going to say I'm probably not going to remember that, but now that I've spent this long talking about it, there's a pretty reasonable chance that I actually remember that. Mystic, when do you recon? You will have the shop. Reckon. Actually, Sam, I have to mention this real fast. So my wife had mentioned that she had heard that Australian people say reckon a lot. And I was like, no, I don't think that. I doubt they say reckon very often. And then I met you guys, and I realized that she was totally right, because you guys do say reckon a lot. I don't know if that's like an Australian thing, or maybe it's like a I don't know, maybe just only Americans don't say reckon that often, but it's just like a really, really funny thing that I did not expect. I just remember it because she was like, "Oh yeah, I heard they say it a lot," and I was like, "Nah, I don't think you're right." And yep, believe it or not, she was right. Yeah, it's, you know, I mean, now that I've listened to you guys saying it a lot, it sounds natural to me as well. But it's just kind of a funny thing. All right, probably gonna need to go pick up some more stone here in just a bit. But that's fine. We're gonna destroy these. Build this up. All right. I think once I get this last little bit done, then I'm probably going to take a break from placing stone, and we're just gonna get back to doing the fun terraforming bits, like getting all that tuff in there and mossy cobble and a few little bits of deep slate, because that's kind of the fun. I mean, well, it's all kind of fun. Maybe that's my bias showing, but all right, let's do that. Let's dump off a whole bunch of this random stuff. That looks like meteor debris. I think that comes from the meteor. All right, dump off all of this, because we're not going to be needing that. What we are going to be needing is some deep slate. Probably no brown, or yeah, probably no cobbled. We'll just get like one thing of dirt. Got some moss. Pale moss, no. Cobblestone, yes. Definitely need some cobblestone, maybe just a tiny bit of stone. Granite, andesite. And where did we have the mossy cobble? I know we had some of that. Alright, I think I just need to make some more. I might have gotten rid of it at some point. Sorry, I'm like vaguely organized, but I organized all of this last week, and so now I don't remember exactly how I had organized everything. But here we go. We're gonna grab some mossy cobble. Okay, what was the last thing? We needed some tuff. All right, there's some tuff. All right, here we go. Get rid of this. Actually, no, I need that. So deep slate, mossy cobble, tuff. Get rid of the run. Now we'll need that. We'll get some cobblestone. And in the offhand, we'll use moss. All right, I think we're good to go. And I think just looking at this from this angle, thinking we'll fill this this big flat area, or we'll go into the flat area and we'll add a little bit of deep slate to that, because I want it to look good from all angles. And yeah, I think this looks okay. All right, so right here, let me grab a little bit of scaffolding. So right here is where we get some deep slate going. We'll get like a little streak of it going down in this direction. And then maybe another one over in the corner would be pretty nice. Make sure I get the right face. All right, and then we just do the same thing we've been doing. We're gonna surround the whole thing with tuff. And then maybe get like some cobbled and some mossy cobble in there, like so. Let me see, how did I do the other ones? Yeah, pretty much like that. Okay, and then we'll get like some cobbled deep slate. I just want to make sure that all of the terraforming looks vaguely similar, because you know, sometimes when you go back to terraforming something after a while, then it can start to look just slightly different. And sometimes it's a good thing, because you know, it starts to improve and it looks better than it did before, but I still want it all to match each other. And then andesite we'll put over here. Oh, sorry, I have not been checking chat very often, guys. Purple time. So I plan to change up the sniper enemies. Either get rid of them or switch. Oh, okay. I think, I think it's a really good concept, but it is a little bit hard just because you have a lot of stuff to deal with in those rounds with everything being so, just so hectic. But yeah, I still think that the snipers are a good idea. Switch them out for an enemy that only targets the players. I kind of like that because if it's targeting the players, then it's something that you absolutely have to deal with. Like you can't ignore it, because when it's just targeting like the dude you're supposed to be protecting, it's really easy to like not even notice it. So like yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Yeah. Like Mystic's saying, something like a distraction, or yeah, if they're targeting the players, then it's like something that you can't ignore, because it's just gonna keep bothering you, and it's gonna force the players to actually do something about it. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. Look at that. Yep, that's looking pretty good. And then towards the top, if I can get up here. All right, and then let's get a little streak of andesite here at the top. In fact, I actually might make it bigger, but just for now, something like this. Yeah, I like having a lot of andesite there, and then maybe some cobblestone here and there would look pretty good. And then just while I'm up here, I kind of like the idea of having a lot of dark down here in this corner. So actually I'll destroy this and head back down. So yeah, what if I just took this entire area and made the whole thing into deep slate? How would this look? They do barely any damage, but if not looked after for 5 minutes, then yeah, I think targeting players is perfect, because then it's still a challenge and still something you have to deal with, but then like people won't be able to just ignore it. Or I guess when I say ignore, I don't mean ignore it, I just mean like not notice it, because it's pretty easy to, at least for me when I'm playing, it's pretty easy for me to just kind of forget that they're a thing, which is not good. Definitely not what you want. And then maybe just a little bit more up here. Same thing here. Actually, no, I don't want the cobble there. I want the cobble to be there, and then some tuff right there. And let's... Free cam is just so awesome for this guy. Oh yeah, you see what I mean with the different textures of the deep slate. You could just like, you can see how it looks almost like it really looks like it's going into shadow down there at the bottom. That looks great to me. like this is the kind of thing that I think is awesome. Like we're using the exact same block, but you can actually see the difference. I'm a big fan of that. All right, so let's move down to the lower areas where we can get some mossy cobble and some tuff, and then maybe turn these two into cobblestone. Perfect. All right. And then these ones, kind of the same thing over here. I want to make sure that I still have a pretty decent amount of stone in here, just because, you know, the stone gives a smooth texture. All of the blocks that I'm using, you can see they've got like kind of busy textures, and so if I'm not too careful, then it can start to look like a little bit scaly. I mean, that's kind of how I refer to this cobblestone texture. It looks kind of scaly, but I think as long as we keep it from like completely overpowering everything else, then I think it'll still be really good. But at the moment, I'm still really enjoying what we have going here. So we're just going to keep it up. Just a second while I take a drink. All right, and now back to the grind. So maybe up in this corner we get just a little bit more moss, because I do like having these little bits of moss sticking out. And then if that is moss, then this needs to be mossy cobble or tough. And then we can work that up into maybe a spot of darker deep slate right here, like so. And then we can, you know, like always, we're just gonna add in some tough and some mossy cobble. And I think it's looking great. We'll maybe get just a little bit of cobblestone in here. And there we go. 51 things to tick off our left. So close. Only 51. You're basically there already. And one thing that I do think that we're missing here, and especially when we've got a dark color right here, is I like to kind of lighten up the other corner. So let's actually add some andesite right here and see how that looks. Yeah, see, I like how we've got like the darker and then it gets even lighter than the stone over here. It just emphasizes the shadow just a tiny little bit. And that's what we're going for. We want to make sure all of these shadows look like it's kind of areas where the wall is a little bit deeper, because it's just a nice shading technique that we can do without having to actually get rid of any blocks. So we'll just keep doing this. These are all of these like single blocks are the easiest stuff to do, because we can just add some cobbled or mossy cobble and some tough, and it looks really, really good no matter what we do. And then for here, kind of the same thing. I think this is fine if it's sticking out, and then that can go over there. And I think maybe a little bit of andesite over in this direction. Maybe even if it goes over like that, I think that's fine. And then same thing down here. Oops, I fell. All right, there we go. How is this looking? Well, honestly, I don't know what I would do without FreeCam. FreeCam is just so incredibly useful for this. All right, maybe just a little bit of cobblestone right here and here, and actually no, let's do tough. Let's do tough and cobblestone. And then we'll take a step back and we'll see how it looks. I think that looks great. It's gonna be even better once we get a little bit more color in there, but this is looking really good. Gonna go in like 15 minutes. Mystic, that's totally fine. I know it's super, super late for you guys, so don't even worry about it. I'll be here. Well, actually, I won't be here when you get back, because I've got a pretty hard cutoff at noon today, because I do have to work as well. But that won't be for, let's see, it's almost 10, so 2 hours. Got about 2 hours of streaming left in me, so but yeah, if you've got to go, then that's all good. It's you know, I appreciate you just stopping by for a little bit. So all right, we'll move up the mountain just a little bit more and keep on placing. Make sure I don't fall into there. All right. How did your guys' stream go today? I tuned in at the very last second, and when I say very last second, I mean Trozo said bye like right as I arrived, and I was really sad. I'd planned on watching a little bit more, but in the morning I woke up and I was so tired. I was just so tired, so I was like, I hit the snooze and slept for another like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. One of the benefits of waking up on the weekend. It was funny. I actually don't even know what you said. The game was called Content Warning. What is it actually about? because I don't think I'd actually heard of that game before. Is it like a horror game as well? It's a game on recording stuff to upload to SpookTube. Okay, that's actually really unique and interesting. Okay, so you're basically like recording clips that are supposed to be as scary as possible. That sounds interesting. I'm gonna change this to andesite real fast, and then all of this in here can be deep slate. Okay, so we make content on a game which is about making content. That's actually really funny. It's good practice. And how is, like, how do you win? Like, what are you judged on in the game? Or is it like something where you all vote to see like who likes whatever the content is the most? Is that kind of how it works? All right, that looks good. Just a little bit of andesite in here. Starting to get dark again. That was one of the nice things about early on in the server, because there were always so many people on, and I didn't really have to worry about sleeping myself. But now, it's very, very frequent that I'm the only one on the server. So I have to do all the manual sleeping myself. Ugh. So annoying. Okay, like tasks to do, reach 3,000 views. Then it gets higher. Okay, that's pretty cool. And how do they decide like how many views you get per video? Is it just like some kind of in-game algorithm? I think this is looking really good, by the way. Gonna need to go get some some more rockets soon, though. All right. Oh my goodness, I just missed that jump. That's embarrassing. Nobody saw that. Right? Nope, nobody saw that. Excellent. Okay. It depends on how well we really do. The more monsters and scary moments, the better. Okay, okay. I'm getting what you're saying. That sounds really cool. It sounds fun. I typically don't play many games other than Minecraft, but it sounds like it'd be pretty fun. I was actually just talking to somebody here a while back, not a while back, but last night. And I was talking about how I used to play lots of games, and now I pretty much just play Minecraft. That's just kind of how things go. If I tried to play too many other games, then I would never get another video out again, and that would be really sad. So I pretty much just stick to Minecraft as much as I if you say so, Purple. You didn't see anything. You guys didn't see anything. Man, I'm gonna have to unlist this VOD just because of that one mistake. Such a shame. Just an absolute shame. Pick up all of this stuff. All right, and I think this is looking good. We've got something good going on over here. We've got like some shadows down there, and then over here, yep, we've got shadows over there. This little corner area, I'm thinking I might use a lot of andesite there because it's like one of those little jut out areas. So real fast, I'm really pushing it on the amount of rockets that I have left, but let me come like right here. Maybe a little bit lower. Perfect. Just go like a little bit lower, like so, and get rid of all of this dirt. Man, I'm gonna have to go lower for that, aren't I? Just a little bit. And get rid of that. Just had to fix the sniper. Okay. I actually, unfortunately, I never really got the chance to use the bows. So I'm actually really excited to try using bows for myself. Pretty much, like when we were playing, like doing the testing, I just wanted to make the test as good as possible. So I was just kind of like just taking whatever, you know, other people weren't using. But there are a couple things that I definitely want to try going forward when we play it again. And one of them is trying out the bow. There's some iron ore. I think maybe we could probably keep that in there. Not sure exactly what we'll do, but yeah, I think that's good. The void bow is fun. The void bow, I don't know what it does, but it sounds fun, just based purely off of the name. All right, let's come in here. Yeah, anything called void something is probably going to be a really fun weapon. I'm wondering, do I keep this little weird thing, like the little cave system right here, or do I go in and get rid of it, just cover it up? How does it look from farther away? See, I think it just doesn't look super natural, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to cover it up. And I do have some torches, which is good. I'm getting so close to running out of rockets. If I wait much longer, then I'm going to have to walk back to my base to grab some more. So let's light this up. Oh, it's already pretty much lit up. Okay. Just add some more just because. And then we can use a bunch of stone. There we go. Gantanama, welcome to the stream. We are doing some more terraforming. Just kind of continuing what we started last week, which is, it's going really, really well. Let me just place all of these blocks real fast, and then I'll give you a little bit of a view from farther away and turn that off. Let's look at this. And I think it is time that I have to go back for rockets now, but look at that. I think this is looking fantastic. I'll turn off that. You know, there's like a lot of blending together that needs to happen. Like you can see down in this area where I've actually already used like stairs and slabs, it looks a lot more detailed. And eventually we're going to go through and we'll do all of that up here as well, just so that everything matches. But like I say, we're just trying to get like this very, very basic shape down for now. It's kind of a long process. It's going to take a little bit of time. Let's see. I think last stream was about 3 hours. Why are there arrows in? Okay. There are arrows in my elevator, unfortunately. Are there some over here as well? Can I pick them up? I guess not. That's kind of interesting. Okay. But anyway, we are going to use the portal over here and go get some more rockets. All right. I should have been more prepared, guys. Sorry, this is kind of on me. I should have brought like 3 or 4 stacks of rockets because I knew I was going to need to be flying up and flying down, but it's okay. We'll just go and grab some. I think I've got just enough rockets. And we will grab a couple. Honestly, it's getting to the point where I'm going to need to be doing some renovations. Not renovations, but like some more cleaning. We'll just call it spring cleaning. Needs to be done here because I've got a lot of random shulker boxes popping up, and isn't this why we have ender chests with rockets? Shut up, Mystic. Yes. that is why we have those, but my ender chest is not good. Oh, you want to see my ender chest? I probably shouldn't be showing this on stream, but that's my ender chest. I've got a netherite upgrade. I've got a Happy Valentine's Day rose. I've got 4 goat horns, some sponges, and there's all the name tags. I'm still deciding what to do with those. Oh, and Happy Pie Day. So that is my ender chest. It's just a collection of very nice but not particularly useful items. Yeah. This ender chest made me sad. It can't make you sad because it said Happy Pie Day and Happy Valentine's Day. How can you be sad when you're looking at something that says Happy Valentine's Day? Come on, Mystic. All right. Back to terraforming. Now that we've got some rockets. Yeah, but real talk, I'll probably be, I'll fix up my ender chest eventually. Not one of my major priorities at the moment, to be honest. Okay, let's see. What next? Alright, so I think we'll just keep going over there. I think this whole area needs to be done. And this whole area needs to be done. There's just so much to do. I'm kind of overwhelmed a little bit at the moment. So we're just gonna keep going one block at a time. Because if we don't, then I'm gonna start not knowing what to do. Sometimes that's just what you gotta do. You gotta take it one block at a time, and we'll slowly work our way through it. That can be cobble, and then some mossy, and then a whole bunch of tough. All right, Mystic, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you being here, and you have a fantastic sleep. Yep. Enjoy your rest. I know I wish I was still sleeping, to be completely honest. Or, you know, maybe not right now because streaming is actually fun, but come like noon when I have to stop streaming and start doing other things, I'm gonna really wish I was sleeping. Yep, but I'll see you, hopefully see you sometime tomorrow or the day after, Mystic. I will probably be on the server quite a bit. Well, actually, you know, like I said, maybe not this weekend, but starting on Monday, I'm going to be on the server quite a bit because I've got that project going. I need to actually, I need to go and talk to everybody on the DokiCraft server and figure out a day that we could do this event. I'm calling it an event because that's kind of what it is. Because I think a whole bunch of people are going to want to join in on it if they can. At least I'm hoping so. We'll see if people actually do join in, but oh, I'm really hoping this turns out well, to be honest, because that's hard to say for sure, but I've put in a lot of work off, like in a creative world, making sure that it works and just doing everything I can to make sure that it turns out well. So I'm hoping that it does. All right, get some more tough. All right, and now back on the grind. I keep saying that. Sorry, when I'm doing something like terraforming that's not like crazy, I mean, I'm just kind of doing the same thing over and over again, so I start to say the same general stuff over and over again. Is there anything you guys want to hear me talk about? Just, you know, randomly? Is there anything that you want to hear from me? Because if so, I can ramble about something else. I tend to just start rambling when I'm doing a stream, so so dedicated to. Yeah, well, you're definitely gonna want to join in for this, because this is gonna be ideally one of the most epic events that we have on the server. for like most of this season. I'm really, really thinking it's gonna be awesome. Uh, been copying is Exuma with using my Ender chest. I just bring utility stuffs like, oh, okay, I need to do that. Yeah, I know. I said that as a joke, but yes, my Ender chest is not on par, and I think that I'll probably need to be updating my Ender chest, especially since I haven't watched it, but I heard that Mumbo had made a video about him getting his Ender chest fixed up, so maybe it's just like Ender chest fixing time on for like Minecraft YouTubers. What was my favorite subject in school? My favorite subject in school, that's kind of a hard one because I was kind of like one of those weirdos in school that enjoyed most things. I like for me the only subjects that I didn't really enjoy were the ones where I didn't like the teacher or the teacher didn't like me. So but like just in general, I'd say probably science or history were my favorites. Yeah, I'd say that. Like I really really enjoyed science. Um, just because science is basically applied math. And I think I've been in love with the concept of math. I know this is probably the wrong time to be talking about this since Mystic just left because he'd probably have some stuff to say about, what I'm saying, but I always liked the idea of math because it's just like so cool, like what am I trying to say? Like the whole concept of equations and solving things, and it's like a giant trail of, man, I'm not being, oh, there's Trozo.
You like math?
Trozo, I'm trying to talk about math. Can't you see that I'm busy?
You're muted.
I'm muted? Oh. Trozo, can't you see I'm trying to talk about math?
No, I saw. I don't... Math is
don't
math is
bother
math.
Yeah, don't bother me when I'm trying to talk about math. So as I was saying, I'm trying to find a good way to put this. Like I like the concept of math, or like I like the idea of math because it's like a puzzle that you have to solve, and it's really really fun to solve puzzles. But it's also a lot of work to learn. So it's like it's like something that I wouldn't say that I'm really really good at it, but I like the idea of it, and I think that's why I like science so much, is because it's basically like applied math. So instead of memorizing an equation and just solving it for the sake of the equation, you get to actually like you actually get to be doing something. You know what I mean? Like you're, instead of just solving for X, you're solving for like wind resistance, like just like it gives the vague concept of math something a little bit more exciting to be working towards. Does that make sense, or am I just rambling?
Uh, it makes sense, but it's math. Math is math. To quote Mr. Incredible,
Math is math.
math is math.
No, but yeah, I really enjoyed science. And history is fun as well. Although I think that the way we learned history, or at least the way I learned history when I was in school, was a little bit boring and not super exciting, because it kind of felt like we learned the same things over and over again, and then there were like
Well,
a huge yeah.
we're in American schooling, so yes.
Yeah, well, yeah. But then there's like a huge swath of like history that we never even really touched on, and that like even like a whole bunch of things that are super related to America, like some of the things we didn't learn about are like just American history, but like pre-colonization American history.
Yeah.
Which is really sad, because after getting out of school and learning how interesting it actually is, it's just like, well, why are we not learning more of that in school?
I mean, I enjoyed history. I had some cool teachers.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you do spend like, what is it, like 9 years? No, 8 years learning about just American history instead of social studies, and then sometimes like the Ice Age or
well, and
dinosaurs or other crap like that, and then
okay, well, dinosaurs are awesome, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, and then you get to freshman and you learn about U.S. history, a full force U.S. history, and then you go to economics and civics crap, so more American stuff.
Well, it is. It's
And
not
then you
even
learn
that.
about world history, which is just the stuff Americans were involved in.
Yeah, it's not real world history. It's just America's involvement in world history. But like it's not even
Yeah,
that those things aren't really cool and interesting. Like they're still like those
yeah,
are all really awesome things. It's just it felt like we're always learning the same thing over and over again, which is really sad.
yeah. They're trying to drill into your head,
Yeah.
America.
But I also understand it because you're trying to teach like a huge group of kids, and everybody has to understand the concepts. So like even if
Yeah.
say you've got a student that really understands everything well and is doing fantastic in class, and understands the concepts, and even like has that curiosity, like wants to learn more, you've still got
Hmm.
to make sure that you know somebody else that is kind of struggling in class is also getting the same experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a really tough. It's just a tough thing to do, to make sure that everybody is getting the good education experience that they should be having.
Yup.
Sorry, I know I'm getting really really rambly, but that's what I said I was gonna do. I said I was gonna ramble, so.
Oh, perfect. You've nailed it.
But yeah, it's
Has Sam seen his meteor yet?
Sam. Yes, he did, because he's in the stream right now. And oh, and by the way, Sam, I
Nice.
did check out that axe. It looks really really cool. It looks
Let me see
fantastic. Um, he
I want to
didn't
know how
really
it can
say.
threaten me.
I don't think he really said much of anything. Now that I think about it,
Mm.
you like maths? I came
Oh,
fourth in my class. Well, congratulations. I was I was a pretty good student as well. We don't really do like rankings in class, so I don't know what rank I was, but it's probably like probably pretty high up there.
well, it's. I think it's like GPA wise.
GPA wise. My only B in school. Guess so I only got one B my entire time in high school, and guess what it was in, Trozo?
Um,
Chat, you can guess too, because none of you guys are gonna guess it right.
Gym class.
No. Nope. That is
Wait, no. You were in the army. Definitely not gym class.
I was not in the army, but
Yeah, were you not? I thought you told me you were.
I was in the
Or
Marines.
some kind of. Okay.
It wasn't PE. It wasn't PE. And it wasn't math. It was not math either. You guys, none of you guys are
Chemistry.
gonna get it. Nope, not chemistry. I'm just gonna tell you, it was art class. My only B, the reason that I didn't have a 4.0 GPA in high school was because I got a B in freshman art. And I was so mad. I was like, I mean, this
Oh my
this
gosh.
how long has it been since I was a freshman in high school? Oh my good. That was like what, 2010? I think that was 2010. And what, it's been 15
Dang.
years, guys. It's been 15 years since
You
that
really.
happened, and I'm still mad about it. Actually, just talking about it now is actually starting to kind of piss me off again. Now, granted, I did
What did you
learn.
do? What did you do to this teacher?
I have no idea, but I must have like murdered her children or something because I
I
don't
mean,
know what.
Purple, I broke up with my art teacher's daughter, and I still passed the class with an A plus.
Oh, so that's what I did wrong. I needed to break up with her daughter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Should have
Exactly.
thought about that. No, I this
Yeah,
is
you should have.
I'm
You should
actually
have dated her daughter for 2 years and then break up.
I'm actually getting really upset about this all over again. This is like ancient history that I'm talking about, and I'm starting to get angry again. I was so because
Purple is reliving his high school years.
well because you like spend your whole high school and I of course I learned post high school that your GPA really doesn't matter for anything as long as it's like somewhat decent, but like
Well, yeah.
I was I was so I was so upset about that.
I mean, honestly, especially for college stuff, I feel like GPA should be at least okay.
It so GPA matters for getting into your first college. It matters like a little bit for getting
Yeah.
into your first college. But
Yeah.
when you go into your
Yeah,
second college, the only thing that they like if you like transfer to a different college, the only thing they don't look at your high school GPA at all. They just look at
Mm,
your GPA from like your previous college. So even if you were a
yeah.
terrible high school student, but like you start to apply yourself in college, as long as you do well in like those next college classes, like you can get to into like whatever college you want. I mean, obviously I'm
That
oversimplifying,
does
but
that does not mean don't try in high
no,
school.
yeah. I'm not saying don't try. Yeah, don't get the wrong message from this. I'm just saying like
Oh,
even
gosh. Yeah.
it's I'm trying to make it a message of hope, okay? It's a message of hope.
You're doing great.
Even
You're
if
doing great.
even if you kind of slacked off a little bit in high school, you're not
Mm-hmm.
stupid, okay? You're just it's part of learning, and you still have the opportunity to have a fantastic college education. So don't give up. Don't give up, everybody.
Yes.
You got this. I mean, I'm pretty
Never
sure
give up.
everybody in the stream is out of high school now and maybe in college now. But
Well,
yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see.
I
But
don't know. Sam's here. I think he might be a freshman. He gives that freshman energy.
so I'm in college. Passing is all I care about. I just need that 50%. Not that's it's not necessarily
true.
it's not necessarily even a bad attitude to have. I mean like
Gosh.
so here's my opinions on that. Since Sam asked for my opinions, you're gonna get my opinions. I think that the most important thing you can get out of college is learning how to learn. Does that
I thought
make
that
sense?
was high school.
High school is just whatever. Like high school is totally
okay.
like I keep
High
saying
school is just for SAT.
well high school is learning how to be a person. Like you
Wow.
as
That makes
as a high schooler, you're just kind of like learning how to live as an adult. And once you get into college, that's when your education starts to have some consequences. And I think I like those consequences are good. As a high schooler, this might be like a slightly controversial opinion, but like I don't really think there's a
Great.
problem with teaching like sorry, let me rephrase this. I don't think there's really a problem with everybody passing every class in high school. Like in fact, I think that's really a good thing in general because we do just want kids to get through and to pass and to be able to move on to society because the entire point of high school is just to learn how to be a person. You're just kind of figuring out how to live as an adult. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
the point of college
I mean, yeah.
is to
There
learn
is
how to
some
learn.
people inside high school that just genuinely don't do anything. So.
Well, that's it's the same. If you go to work at a job, you'll find that there's a lot of people in your job who don't do anything either. So that's just kind of how
Yeah.
that's just kind of life in
Well,
general.
yeah.
Uh,
I've cussed a few of those people out.
uh,
They
Cedric,
deserved it though.
Cedric said, "School is boring. I could get better grades, but that requires more effort. I'm not willing to put in." Yeah,
True.
that I'm gonna sound like an old man now, but that's kind of how I was when I started high school, or not when I started college. I was sort
Back
of
in my
like
day.
so when first started out in college, I was really like really gung ho in the beginning. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have like really good grades. I'm gonna be doing all of this awesome stuff. I'm gonna be like the best student. And then I got there and I sort of got burnt out really fast because like I didn't really make any friends. I was just kind of like spending all the time in my dorm room just playing video games and not doing anything. And when I went to my classes, it was just like I was enjoying the material, but like I didn't get any like I didn't get the same like satisfaction as a human. Does that make sense? Like I was like really lonely, didn't have many friends, and it was just like a terrible time in general, which is not a good learning environment. And because of that, I sort of got into the position where I was like, all right, you know what? As long as I pass all my classes, it doesn't really matter. I just like stopped turning in homework. I showed up for class like only for the test because, one of the nice things about college is as long as you pass the test, then you can pass the class, which was great because, like I was still like a smart student. So like I could still like get by doing that.
Yeah.
And that's how I went through college. And eventually I decided, okay, college is miserable. I'm like not having a good time at all. This is just terrible. And that's like one of the reasons why I decided to join the Marines, was because I was just having a terrible time in college. And it wasn't fun. I needed to try something different. Now, that after
It all
experiencing
worked out.
well, after being in the Marines for a while, I actually went back to college while I was still there. And that time I had a completely different mindset because I had,
Yeah.
another 5 or so years under my belt. I'd experienced a lot of stuff in the military. And when I went to college the second time around, I
That's
didn't
the word I was looking for.
when I went to college the second
Military.
time around, I had a completely different attitude. So like my goal the second time around was I don't care about my grades at all. All I care about is learning. Like I just want to come out of this college class knowing more than I knew before. And that was basically my entire like I didn't care if I got like a terrible grade. I didn't care about anything. I just wanted to make sure that I came out of the class knowing more than when I joined it. And funnily enough, when I worked through college with that attitude, it was very, very easy to get all A's. Like it was very easy. I was going to a big university, taking difficult classes, and it was still really easy to get an A because my entire focus was just on learning. And I think one of the things that really helps with that is that I was in a better place like like emotionally and like
Mentally?
and mentally, yeah, because I'd matured a lot. I'd gotten more friends. I was a little bit more sure of myself and my place in society. And I think that that's all like really, really important as you're, going about life. But anyway, sorry, I've been rambling about this for a really long time. Let me look at chat real fast. Just that I've never cared about grades. I study very little and somehow still pass some. Sometimes I feel bad for people who struggle more. Here's what I say to that, Cedric. Don't feel bad for people who struggle more, because there are going to be times in your life and other people's lives where you are the one that's struggling more, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, struggling is just part of life. Like you're never going to be able to be good at everything. Like you might have really, really good grades, but then you try to, start up a hobby. Like you go and do like judo or something like that, and you get there and you have to struggle for everything that you get, but the struggle just makes everything
What is
more
judo?
worth. Judo, it's a martial art.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm just like making an example. Like no matter what it is, you're going to find something that you struggle at, and struggling at something just means you have to work harder, but it doesn't mean that you're like stupid or anything like that. It's just here's a good story. So when I was learning Korean, I had a kid in my class, and well, I say a kid. He was older than me. He was probably like 25 at the time. I was like 21. But we were learning Korean, and he was so bad at it, dude. Like he was terrible. Like like I'm talking, he was so garbage at learning Korean. Just terrible. But but you know what? And after the first week of class, he realized how bad he was, and he studied like crazy, dude. Like I mean, well, we studied a lot as it was, but like he studied like crazy.
Just
Like he basically lived Korean. Like just absolutely lived Korean. And he was still like, only about as good as me, and like there were like two other guys that were really really good with me. And he was still probably not quite on our level, but he was like the third or fourth in the class because he was working so insanely hard. And when he finished, he got, top score on the test, just like me and some other kids. So like having to work hard for something is not a bad is it's not a bad thing. And wow, I started rambling again. I'm so sorry, guys.
That's what
Um,
streams are for.
all right, hey Purple Time,
It's
how's
like
this for a
it's
weapon
like a
lore for
mini
that axe?
podcast.
Being hit by this axe causes enemies to beg for death. Sounds fantastic. Gantanal, we just got random lore form purple. You guys have no idea. If I can start to ramble like crazy. Like I can ramble with the best of them if you get me going. I don't really care about learning either, because it's either not interesting, and if it is, I learn it faster alone anyway. To me, school is just a waste of time to get a piece of paper to get paid better. I get that. I I get that. It's like it's a it's an attitude that I understand because I've been there and I felt that way before. And um well,
Yeah,
it's a little bit awkward because I want the stream to be fun and everything. I don't want it to be like me lecturing or anything. I might my rec I'll here's what I'm gonna say. I would recommend that you just spend a little bit and just try to enjoy the learning. But if you don't, then that's okay. I mean, I'm not your parent. Do what you want. And
maybe
life
the
happens
learning
either way.
is maybe there's something different you like.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's nothing wrong with like spending 2 years in college and having no idea what you're
Yeah,
doing and having a terrible time and not enjoying anything, not
yeah,
learning anything, because part of like that experience, like maybe you didn't learn anything that you were supposed to learn, but you're at least learning what you do like and what you don't like, and you're learning
hmm
like how to live as a person, and you're learning just how to be a person. Like even terrible experiences, you can learn a lot from them, even if you have a terrible time the whole time. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about that because I feel bad for chat. I've probably lost like 90% of my viewers now, but
No, you've actually
all
gained
right.
some.
Oh well, great. Welcome everybody. But no,
It
Cedric,
turns into a podcast.
You're
Yeah.
doing great. I The best thing about school is the friends, but that's been difficult since college. Yeah. Well, you already heard me talking about that. I did not have a good time making friends in college. I made a lot of friends after college, but I did not make very many friends in college. Sammy says new topic. Sammy's tired of hearing me ramble. Oh, that's so funny. Sammy says new topic, favorite food and when is the best time to eat it and why. By the way, us Aussies spell favorite with a U. And real
Oh,
fast,
Australians are just weird.
yeah, And Axe also said, make your life how you want it to be. Start sailing the high seas and become a pirate. Yes. Let's all become pirates.
Time to go play Sea of Thieves.
All right, my favorite food and when is the best time to eat it? That's kind of a complicated question. I think the favorite food is like if I had to pick one food and I had to eat that same food for the rest of my life, it probably wouldn't be my favorite food. You know what I mean? Because if I had to pick like a favorite food, it'd probably be like pizza or something like that. Because
Yes.
because I just love pizza.
Beautiful choice.
But I wouldn't want to
Yeah,
eat
but
that
then
for
you
the
get
rest of
bored
my
of it.
life.
Then
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
bored of it.
But I mean, you'd get bored of anything. But here's my
Yeah.
answer for if I was like on a deserted island or something and somehow I had a magical portal that could bring any food, but it could only bring one food for the rest of my life. In that very specific situation, I think I would I think I would choose something like bibimbap, which is like a Korean it's a rice mixed with gochujang, which is like a spicy chili sauce, and like
Yeah.
different vegetables, and then we usually put like some kind of meat in it as well. So it's like okay, let me just say this. Okay, so you get freshly made rice, put it in a bowl, put a bunch of vegetables in it, maybe a meat of your choice, and then you put in like a spoonful of like spicy chili sauce, and you just mix it all up until it turns red. That's bibimbap. It's really really good, and it's also very nutritionally sound, and just a generally delicious meal. So that's probably what I would choose if yeah.
It kind of sounds like fried rice.
Yeah, except you don't fry it.
Yeah. And
It's
there's no
like
eggs.
yeah, and well, actually, we usually do put like an egg or something, like a fried egg or something on top of
Oh,
it.
so it's fried rice, but just not fried.
Yes, yeah, basically. uh, the ship of
No, you
Doki
gotta
Craft
go with,
sails, the sea of the well, Trozo's the Prismarine King, so he'd probably be the captain.
True.
Cedri
True,
says
I am.
spaghetti is probably the only food I could eat forever.
Spaghetti? That's completely fair. But
If you-
Alfredo is where it's at. But if I had to choose, it 100% be lasagna.
But yeah, that's actually what I was gonna say. Like, I don't think I could eat just like spaghetti by itself. But the fact that and this is probably the American in me coming out, because I'm sure to like an Italian or some like cultured person, they're not all the same. But like as an American,
Yeah.
we sort of like put like anything with like noodles and sauce into that spaghetti category. And if I can have like any of those,
yeah,
like if we're including like oil pastas and cream pastas and like tomato pastas and stuff like that, then oh yeah, I could probably eat that forever and never get bored of it.
Yeah, just the American spaghetti category. I'll eat all that.
This is the specifically American spaghetti category.
Yeah, I would love to be able to just summon American Italian. American Italian food. Give me some pizza with a bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch. Give me some
Oh boy.
lasagna. Give me some spaghetti. Give me some chicken Alfredo. Ugh.
Are we including mac and cheese in the spaghetti category?
I mean, it's a pasta.
Here's my okay. Sorry, this once again, you guys got me rambling again, but I think
Perfect.
that at least from the Americanized version, which I think most of my chat is not American, so they're probably not going to agree with me. But at least from like the perspective of someone who grew up in America, we just kind of consider spaghetti anything that's like a pasta with sauce, and the cheese is kind of a sauce. Like the cheese in macaroni is kind of a sauce if you think about it.
If you make it properly, yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think
If you get yourself that Kraft mac and cheese with the little pouch, then that's just mac and cheese.
Well
That's
then
not pasta.
it's just a powder. It's like that's not a sauce.
Yeah.
That's a powder.
Yeah, I really do not like Kraft mac and cheese.
I do like it, but I like regular, like, the the hard fought
I love
macaroni. The macaroni that you have to
Crack
fight
and Barrel.
for. Oh, Cracker
Cracker
Barrel?
Barrel mac and cheese is delicious, but Panera mac and cheese, that is where it's at.
I don't think I've ever had Panera mac and cheese.
It is so good. It is so cheesy. Plus the noodles are at the perfect like length and softness and crap. Get yourself some Panera mac and cheese. I'm not sure if you have a Panera there, but if you do,
We
do
don't,
yourself
but
a favor.
we do not have a Panera here. All right, Gantonom says just one type of food with no variant or one type of food with different variants. Okay, so just for the sake of this conversation, I'm gonna say like one meal. So like you can include like any sort of main dish and like any sort of side dishes you want, but it has to be the same meal every time. So like I could say I want roast beef with mashed potatoes and you know something like that, so like you can add the side dishes that you want with it, but it has to be the same every time. Sammy says I love
Or,
pizza.
hear me out.
Okay, talk.
You get yourself a meal that is just the Thanksgiving meal, and you eat different portions of it every day. So you get yourself some turkey, some ham, some mashed potatoes. You got the cranberry slice things. You
Yes.
got a bunch of different casseroles, depending on where you live.
Yep.
It's like, that's a perfect meal. Because then you can have a bunch of different crap every single different day. So you'll never get bored.
Yes. And that's actually great because I love Thanksgiving meals. Once again, I think most of chat is not American, so maybe you guys don't get this, but yeah, in America, Thanksgiving meals are the best.
They are.
All right, so
It's a great day as well. We celebrate the day we killed a bunch of Indians.
okay, moving on. Sammy says, I love pizza and specifically lactose-free ice cream. Lactose-free ice cream is so good. Prefer it over normal ice cream. I am not lactose-free. You know what? Tell me
insane.
tell me one more time that you're lactose-free and I might believe you. Or that you're not lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
the way you
lactose
phrased
intolerant.
that comment makes me feel like you're lactose intolerant, but you don't want anybody to know. Like it's a little bit sus, as the kids say.
He's self-conscious about his lactose. He doesn't want anyone to know that he gets a tummy ache.
Oh yeah. Spaghetti bolognese. Is that how you pronounce it? Bolognese. But how my mom makes it would probably be what I would make. Yeah. No. Well said. You can't beat mom's cooking. I think that there's something to. Oh, this is gonna sound American again because I don't think
free. Dang.
Here's another possibly American specific thing. I don't know if you guys do biscuits and gravy in your countries.
Oh.
But biscuits and gravy is one of those foods where I love it if my mom made it. Like I love this biscuits and gravy that my mom makes. But if I go to like someone else's house and they make it, there's just something different about it and I just don't really like it that much. Or like if I go to a diner and get it, like I just don't enjoy it as much.
Yeah, no, it's just the way they make it. My dad makes delicious biscuits and gravy. He actually made a biscuits and gravy casserole.
Oh wow.
My gosh.
That sounds insane.
Delicious.
That sounds insane.
Eggs on the bottom, then sausage, then the first layer of the biscuit, bunch of gravy, more sausage, then the second layer of the biscuit and gravy on top.
Wow. Is your dad accepting applications for children? Because not that I don't love my own dad.
Oh my gosh.
No, that sounds amazing though.
Oh gosh. He was so good.
Kind of defeats the point of the question. Yeah, I think that's a good answer though. Spaghetti bolognese made by your parents. That's a solid answer. Sammy says I am not. I am gluten free. Sounds like something somebody that's lactose intolerant would say. I don't know why I keep saying lactose intolerant like it's a bad thing, but if you're actually lactose intolerant, it's not a bad thing. Not trying
Oh,
to
thank
imply
you.
that. Or are you lactose
It's good
intolerant?
to hear. Yeah, yeah, I am.
Okay. Chat. Lactose intolerant people are so weird.
I'm gonna jump off.
You've
I'm
got
gonna do it,
you've
chat.
got you've got feather falling. It's not a threat. Go all the way up to the top.
I'm gonna do it, Purple.
uh, Cedric said, "Whatever I am imagining when you say biscuits and gravy cannot be what it is." All right, you want to know what biscuits and gravy is? All right, let me try and get this right. It's dry flour, or it's like dry flour mixed with
It's like bread.
wet flour on top of it.
It's bread. It's a biscuit. Do you know what a biscuit is? Not a cookie, but a biscuit. And then you put this like do you guys have mashed potatoes? Do you guys like do you have gravy with your mashed potatoes? It's
I
basically kind of like that, but not.
Trozo, that was I know what biscuits.
It's kind of like that gravy.
Trozo, I know what
But-
biscuits and gravy is, but now that you explained it, I feel
Yeah.
like I don't understand it anymore.
That is great to hear. I accomplished my goal.
That was like the most confusing explanation ever.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy.
Oh my goodness. Chad, I'm so sorry you have to go through this.
This is what I'm here for. To confuse your chat and you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Biscuits and gravy. It's like a bread, a piece of bread. Oh, now Troza, you've infected me. Now I can't explain things either.
No, it's great. It's like it's a piece of bread with gravy on top, but the gravy is like I don't remember what it's made of, but it's like a whipped. It's kind of like a whipped.
It's just flour and milk.
It's like a
It's just the gravy is just
Yeah.
flour and milk. That's why I say
yeah, but
the
no,
biscuits are made with
you
flour.
have sausage bit. You have sausage chunks mixed in.
Okay,
as well.
okay. Well, yeah. Yes, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Cedric, is any of this making even the slightest amount of sense? Because I
Yeah,
know it's
just-
not. I just want to hear you say that it's not.
X, you are 100% right. I absolutely do.
I bet Troza still eats all the ice cream and mac and cheese. None in the slightest. All right. Okay. So I haven't really been to Europe, so I know that you guys call biscuits something else. So what we think of
Biscuits
as
are
a
cookies.
biscuit, yeah, okay, biscuits are cookies.
They're biscuits or cookies.
So let me just
They're
sorry.
chocolate chip cookies. Like it's a biscuit, mate.
That-
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, you should just go. That was super insensitive, and you should feel bad. Okay, all right. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing, and I'm gonna explain what biscuits and gravy are. So, how you make biscuits? You get flour, you get water, you raise it with yeast. I think that's the right term, and then you let it sit for a little bit. Let the dough rise. And then you put it in. So it's just like any other bread, but if you make it right, then it's like all like crispy and flaky, kind of like a croissant, but like not in the shape of a croissant. So it's like slightly flaky like a croissant. At least that's how my mom always made them. Anyway, whatever. You get what I'm saying? It's just a type of bread. That's what I'm trying to get at. And then afterwards, you take all of those biscuits and you put them on your plate and you make gravy. And what I mean by gravy is so here's how my mom always did it. She would cook the sausage first, and when you cook the sausage, you get a whole bunch of sausage grease and stuff like that, and then she would use like the sausage grease and add flour to it and like mix up the flour in the sausage grease and then add milk to it, and it creates like a sort of like medium viscosity liquid, so like a liquid that doesn't flow very well, and then you put that on top of the biscuits. I feel like that made sense.
That makes sense.
Don't
You did
don't.
great, Purple.
If anybody says that that didn't make sense, you're a liar. Sorry, that that was
Your
aggressive.
American's coming out.
Sorry, that was a little bit aggressive. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh gosh.
Didn't mean for that to sound quite so aggressive. Cedric, does that make sense? Like kind of
Oh,
sense.
gosh.
Check your DMs. I send you what I imagine. Oh, I want to see this. I don't.
I want to see what you thought it was. You should have sent it inside
What?
Purple's Discord.
You
What
know,
did he send you? Or she? What'd they send you?
it's like a bread, like just normal sliced bread with what looks like an oil sauce. You know, I kind of
It's a
get
toast?
uh kind of.
Okay, like buttered
Yeah.
toast.
No, it's hard and not really. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So it's like a crouton type of thing. I don't know if you guys have croutons in Europe or if you call them that. But basically
I
like
think
the
they
really
might have croutons.
well, no, I know they have, but I don't know if they call it the same thing.
Well, they should.
I mean,
Although, you know,
I'm
they
gonna
probably
lie.
don't.
As an American, I'm not very attached to the name crouton, so you can call it whatever you want. I'm not super attached to
What's
it.
wrong with croutons, man?
Gantano said that didn't make sense. Well, because I never had one before. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not doing a good job of
Right.
explaining. I'm sorry, guys. If I was a more talented streamer, then maybe I could find a way to put a picture of it like up on the stream, like
I mean, you
so
could,
that you could
could
see it.
stream your Google. Although, actually, probably don't do that.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. You guys.
Take a screenshot of something and then stream your
Trozo, join a group because I keep cutting you off when I fly away.
yeah.
Trozo, I sent it in Purple's Discord. Okay. Oh yeah. I think I get what you're saying. And it's kind of, Cedric, it's kind of like what biscuits and gravy is insofar as having like a type of bread with a type of sauce on top of it. But just imagine that the bread is warm and moist and like, you know, just like a very, oh yeah, sorry, I gotta switch in. Okay. So just imagine that instead of like a crouton, like a really hard bread, it's a really soft bread that's like really moist. And then instead of like a type of oil dipping sauce, you get something, you fill all of that oil with flour. And so it's like it's like oh, this is I'm trying so hard to explain what this is, but
Cedric, what is this? This looks awful.
no, actually it looks really good. My mom, so my mom was like a foreign exchange student in Switzerland, so like she like knows a little bit of their food culture, and she made stuff like that for me when I was a kid, and it's actually really good.
Okay, it looks like what is it called? Cornbread. It looks like cornbread
It's not cornbread.
with like a beef stew dripped on top of it.
That is not at all what it is. It's more like
I mean, yeah, I know not. Sorry, I know it's not what it is, but that's what it looks like.
it's more like croutons with olive oil. Kind of. It's not probably not a good way to describe it, but it's a better way than you described it.
Well, do they have croutons there? I missed that conversation.
Yeah, oh yeah. What he sent is not a meal. It's biscuits. Yeah. I get you. Canton said, don't stress yourself with the explanation, or maybe stress yourself with the explanation. It will be good content. As long as you guys are enjoying it, then it's all good. I am trying so hard to explain this. I am trying so hard to explain this, and it's not working very well, but
no, it's working great. For the content, it's working great.
For the content. Man, how else can I describe biscuits and gravy?
It's a good. I almost cussed. It's a good freaking meal.
Yeah.
I had to
That,
stop
that's
myself.
that's not a good explanation of what it is. How
It's a great explanation. Hold on, I'm gonna put a picture inside the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Put a picture of biscuits and gravy in the chat. It's like I think it's one of those things that non-Americans consider really gross because, it's just like
To be fair, it does not look good.
yeah, it
So,
doesn't look good. So you're probably not going to think it looks good. But just for example, it
oh, that looks awful.
so like
I'm trying to put a good picture.
I
It all
have
looks like throw up.
I know I know quite a few non-American people that have tried biscuits and gravy, and I don't think any of them have hated it. So I know that's not
This
like
is the best picture I got.
I know that's not like the best way of saying it's actually really good, but it is really good.
It is fantastic.
Yeah, it
You
is.
guys gotta come to America and go to like a mom and pop up like diner and
Yeah.
get yourself some biscuits and gravy. Cause then it will at least taste good, even if your parents didn't make it.
Exactly. Just make
A
sure
parent has made it.
just make sure for that the old lady who takes your order and like brings you your food, just make sure that she's at least like 100 pounds overweight. Because that's how you'll know it's really good. That's and if she talks with a really heavy southern accent, then
gosh.
you'll know it's really really good.
Yeah, you got the smoker talk as well.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
even
yeah.
better.
Yeah, if you
Smoker
can
cough.
if you can tell that she's been smoking like 2 packs a day for like upwards of 60 years,
30 years.
then you'll know it's really good.
Oh my
So it's a
gosh.
lot of American stereotypes right there. That is.
Oh gosh.
But yeah.
I sent a picture inside of the general. That right there is a beautiful picture of biscuits and gravy with some eggs. Best American breakfast meal.
I have to say one of my favorite things about moving away from America and not living in America anymore is that you can just eat whatever you want for breakfast now. Like
I mean,
I like breakfast food. I do like breakfast food. I'm not like knocking on
Yeah.
breakfast food at all. But the fact that like in
what ki-
America you only get the option of breakfast food for breakfast, and like it's so ingrained in the culture that you even have like this concept of breakfast for dinner, which now that I've not
We do.
lived in America for a while sounds just like an absolutely absurd concept, because like like here we'll just have like rice for breakfast, or like just whatever for breakfast, but in America that's like not a thing. So I really enjoy that.
I woke up 2 days ago, and I had a steak for breakfast.
See, power to you. In fact, Trozo, I'm so proud of you. Good way to break down
Yeah.
cultural barriers. That's what I'm talking about.
Holy crap!
You're doing fantastic, Trozo.
No, thank you.
What you call biscuits and gravy is, oh, you guys are really gonna try to listen to me pronounce. That looks like French.
What is it?
Vol avant. Vol avant. That's how I'm gonna try to pronounce that. Otherwise,
Well, you said the ball, right?
vol avant. Vol avant.
Yeah, I think.
That's that. Cedric, on a, don't tell me the real pronunciation. Tell me like on a scale from 1 to 10, how bad was my pronunciation?
Holy try to pronounce the second name for it.
Oh no. Otherwise known as Col.
That is gibberish.
Okay,
is
I'm
like
gonna try this. I'm gonna try it. Let me type it into chat so that all right.
Queen's meal. Okay.
In the J is probably pronounced like a Y. Okay, let me think about this for a second.
Well, yeah, the J is probably Y.
Koningen Hapje? Hapja?
Oh, it sounded like you had a stroke.
Koningen Hapja? Koningen Hapja? That's what I'm gonna try. That's so bad. I'll bet on a scale from 1 to 10, that's like a 0. Oh my god. I don't know any.
What's the,
Is that
what's
Dutch?
the Dutch G?
Oh, what is it? What is a Dutch G?
What's a Dutch G? Hold on. I'll go to YouTube. I'll look it up.
Okay. Thank you, Trozo. I don't know any Dutch. Like I know literally 0 Dutch. So this is not my
Holy
forte.
crap. Okay, I looked up how to say G in Dutch, and there's a 2-minute video.
A 2-minute
Heck
video.
nah.
All right. Here's okay.
Oh.
Trozo, send me that, and I'll play it on my
Okay.
on the stream so that people can hear the.
Yeah.
Is that like a copyright violation?
It's a small video.
Okay, I'm just.
It's only 25 seconds, so you should be good.
Okay, I'm just gonna play the part where they pronounce the word.
Minute. Yeah, this one also has H, which is just an H, but it's kind of like.
All right, I'm gonna just play this. All right.
So it's.
All right, Trozo, be quiet. Be quiet. Is that right? like you're.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're trying to clear your throat.
All right, Chad. I'm gonna try it again with that knowledge. Okay. Conan.
Nope. There you go.
Oh my goodness. Conan. Oh my god, this is so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying.
Oh my gosh.
Conan. Konik Hapia. Oh, this is so bad. Chat, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to hear that. I'm so sorry.
Holy crap.
I cannot do that sound. Oh, it's... let me play this one more time.
Gehaast.
No, that's Nate.
Haast. That's so bad. It's like I'm running out of. This is way too aspirated for me, guys.
I think the only reason I can slightly do it is because I love saying
Haast. I can't do this. Haast. And can you join a Discord? I want to show you how it's said. All right. Give me just a second. Okay. I'm actually okay. Chat, I'm so sorry. If anybody is getting here, just arriving now, we were terraforming. We are no longer terraforming. We are pronouncing Dutch words apparently. Let me real fast.
Holy crap.
All right. All right, joining Discord. All right, the sound might be a little bit off. All right.
How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Can you teach us how to pronounce a Dutch G?
So you want to say G, right?
They're just saying
Or-
there's an echo in the call.
Oh, what?
Let me try again. Oh, perfect.
Oh.
All right, it's gone.
Oh, okay.
All right, teach us.
All right. So the word you were trying to say while saying a G was gehaast.
Gehaast.
That's pretty close.
Gehaast.
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 Also pronounce the A.
Okay. All right. So, gehaast.
That's pretty close. That's pretty close.
Okay. Okay.
So the word, the Queen's meal or the vol en vent, how you say that is koninginnenhapje.
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 Koninginnenhapje. That's. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Nope.
I'm not trying to be culturally insensitive. I'm just really bad at pronouncing it.
I mean, it's what I expected. So.
All right, one more time. One more time. One more time.
Oh my god.
Koninginnenhapje.
Okay, 2 more times.
Koninginnenhapje.
Koninginnenhapje. Koninginnenhapje.
Hapje.
Hapje. Hapje.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's just go like one syllable at a time. One syllable at a time.
Okay. Ko.
Ko.
Ni.
Ni.
Ging.
Hing.
An.
An.
Hap.
Hap.
Ja.
Ja. Ko.
Koningin.
Koningin.
Een hapje.
Een hamja.
Hapje.
Een hapja.
Koninginnenhapje.
Koningin hamja. I keep adding an in. That's like my nasalization coming in from my Korean.
You keep missing the P.
Hapja. Okay.
Hapje.
Hapja. Oh, so that P needs to be heavily aspirated. So
Yeah.
hapja. Hapja.
Yeah.
Is that right? Hapja.
Yep. Yep, that's good.
Okay.
Koninginnenhapje.
Hapja. Oh my. Oh, this is so bad. Koningin hapja.
Koningin.
Koningin hapja.
Hapje.
Koningin hapja.
Congratulations, you probably just learned the worst single word of Dutch ever.
Well, that's not a bad word, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
Oh my.
Just as a first word, that's
Oh,
an interesting one.
Koningin hapja. I know I'm like
Yeah,
I'm
good.
probably putting
Nice.
the stress on the wrong syllables, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't expect you to get it
Oh.
perfectly. I mean, imagine you tried to teach me a difficult word in Korean.
어울려요. That's a
Was
hard
that a
one.
word or just
어울려요. 어울려요.
Olio?
Sounds like you're having a stroke.
How close
No,
is that?
it's an actual word. It means like to go well with something or like to suit.
Mm.
It's
Oh,
어
Huh?
우
Uh-oh.
어우 려.
Say it again.
My plus
Let me type this in chat. It's kind of like taking an L and then changing it into that 려. 어울려.
Say the whole word again.
어울려요.
Olio.
어울려요.
Olio.
That's actually not too bad. That's not that bad.
Olio.
That's honestly probably a lot better than my pronunciation of Dutch. So
Yeah.
which granted is not a very high bar. It's not a very high bar, but
Oh,
it's
I
probably
mean-
better. Oh my goodness. All right,
Yeah.
say the word one more time. I want to try it again.
Koninginnenhapje.
Koninginnenhapja. Koninginnenhapja.
Almost, yeah. If you said to a Dutch person, they'd probably understand. They'll also start talking English to you, but that's just Dutch people.
Oh, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Well, I'm from Belgium, not quite the same, but here, if you start speaking Dutch, yeah, half the population is gonna expect you to speak French anyway. So,
well, I speak neither, so
I mean, they taught me French in school, but I hate it. So,
all right. Koninginnenhapja.
that was good. Wow.
Koninginnenhapja. That's okay. That was a little bit too.
Koningingenhapje.
Koningingenhapje.
Perfect.
Oh my!
Pretty
I'm
much.
I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to do this
Naturally
tomorrow.
talented.
I would imagine.
Every English speaker that has to say the Dutch G just
Oh, sorry.
it feels like they're hurting their throat.
It's hard. It's hard. That's
Go
not the kind of thing that I ever learned how to pronounce.
Gehast. Yeah, it's not a sound you find in English, huh?
Yeah, not at all. Except when you're like clearing your throat.
If I were to say English with a Dutch accent, it'd be English. No, English.
English, English.
English, because there's way more. That G is actually so
English.
English. I
Uh,
speak very good English.
I speak very bad English.
Wow. I think you speak worse Dutch, but wow. You could have guessed.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. But in my defense, I've never claimed to speak good Dutch. So
Yeah. Now you say, no, Maybe
No.
we're gonna make some progress on that then.
yeah. That's my next.
You already learned Norwegian, right? You speak that fluently now.
No, unfortunately no.
You do. You do. I watched the video. You
Oh.
almost perfect, right? I expect your next video to be in Norwegian, to be honest.
Okay, yeah. As long as you're willing to wait like 2 years for me to learn Norwegian before putting out the video.
Okay. Maybe half Norwegian then. Other half can be Dutch.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so bad.
Uh,
So Dre, I think there's a little bit of an echo on your mic again.
on me?
Yeah, I think it's yours.
I don't particularly hear anything on the stream.
Oh, you don't? Well, I guess it's fine then. Oh wow. I cannot. I apparently cannot handle speaking Dutch.
Everybody hates that G. For me, it's natural. I mean,
English. Oh.
jij bent gek.
Jij ben hick.
Jij bent gek.
I'm just copying what you're saying. I'm trusting you. I'm putting a lot of faith in you
I'm
to not.
calling you crazy.
Okay. That's fine. You can that's just like, that's just real. That's just like I am crazy. As long as you're not making me say a bunch of like Dutch swear words.
No, I mean the biggest Dutch swear word is
Let's not say it on stream though.
cancer. It's just a disease. That's the worst swear word in Dutch is cancer.
Oh god.
Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty tame, to be honest.
We like to use a lot of diseases as
Oh,
swear
villagers.
words. Don't really know where
Pillagers?
it came from.
Can I'm gonna assume you can handle those by yourself, Trozo. Hopefully that's.
Well,
Yeah, go
I
Trozo.
wouldn't put
can
too much
definitely
faith in me.
Okay. Koning Hingyan. Hap,
Yeah.
hapja.
Hap.
Hapja.
Yeah.
Hapja.
Koningingenhapje.
Hapja.
Great.
Koningin hapja.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
All right. Well, pretty close is honestly all I could hope for.
Who could have guessed this is what you were going to be doing today?
This is not what I had planned on doing. This was
Hey,
not
at
on my
At least
list.
you said vol au vent pretty good.
Well, so that sounds French, and while I cannot pronounce French, I have heard French pronounced a decent amount. So I at least know that I need to get really nasally with it.
Yeah, and don't say the last T. Vol au vent.
Yeah. Well, there's a really famous bread why did I just forget the word for bakery? Okay, there's a really famous bakery like in Korea, and it's called tous les jours. Well, okay, tous les jours, because I think that's French, but the way we pronounce it in Korean is a
Oh god.
I'm trying to think. It's really convoluted. Let me think for
Korean.
let me think. Well, it's like French Korean, so it's like really weird.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh god.
Ture judu or something like that. It's
Wow.
it's like a really hard word to pronounce because it's like it's like bastardized Korean French.
Yeah.
So it's
Tous les
like
jours. Just
it's
means all day, pretty much.
all day. Well, today I learned that it's called all day. We go there it's like a
Well,
brand
well, now we're gonna see
bakery.
how you pronounce croissant.
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 That's how the French
Oh,
would say it.
anybody who is just arriving into the stream now, I just want to apologize.
See, you
just-
worry about that too much. This is exactly what people looks like.
This is what I see. I think that
what we're here
everybody's
for.
here to watch me terraform, and everybody's like, stop
Absolutely
doing
not.
that
It could not
ugly
be more
stuff.
boring.
That's you know what, that's fair. That's fair.
It's not like
that
you're really
ugly
commentating on it.
Yeah.
We're speaking French.
Oh gosh.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Yeah, the way that I
Or in
speak
Dutch, it'd
French.
be croissantje.
What?
Just croissantje.
Casentia?
A croissantje.
That sure.
Which is pretty
that-
much just a bastardized version of saying croissant, but in Dutch.
Casentia? Casentia?
Croissantje.
Casentia?
Croissantje.
That almost sounds like Chinese to me. Like that last sh. That almost sounds like Chinese to me. That is so crazy. Oh,
Oh my god.
croissant. Yeah, when I try to speak French, and okay, I've never tried to speak French. Let me just make that clear. But when I try to pronounce French words, I just try to get as nasally as possible because that's like all I know about French.
Seems to be working. I mean, I've spoken French a bunch of times, but I don't know.
You don't normally
said.
count in French.
I wish I was better at it though.
Un, deux,
Honestly,
trois.
that's like the only subject in school I really cared that I wasn't good at. But also hated
Yeah.
doing it.
Well,
On
if it makes you feel any
un,
better
deux,
to the rest of us, you sound like you're amazing at French.
François,
Bonjour. Comment ça va?
6, 7.
Oui, 9, 10. 1, 2, 13, 14, 15.
Yes. Un, deux, trois.
Sorry, I can't speak
Un, deux,
French.
trois, quatre, cinq,
I just
six.
know some numbers. I know a few numbers. And I know
Yeah,
bonjour,
Akita.
bonjour.
Bonjour.
And I know mademoiselle,
Bonjour. Mademoiselle.
you know, for picking up all the French ladies. Which I've never done before, to be
Neither have I.
and I
gosh.
never will do it either. Just in case
Yeah,
my
your wife is
just in
gonna
case
kill
my
you.
wife is watching the stream.
Hello, Sammy.
You're getting a talking to.
Je
after
m'appelle
this
Sam
one's
et toi?
done.
Oh
Ah,
no!
bonjour.
Oh boy! This is
I will
This is
not
getting-
speak more French.
this is too much French for me, guys.
Half my country speaks French. I don't need to.
I can speak like
am trying to
0.1.
remember it.
That's great. I know a little
Hang
Spanish.
on, let me remember this one.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Espanol!
Hey, the TikTok code or whatever. That's where I know that from.
Yo, purple dropping the cuss words.
No, library is not a cuss word. Not on this stream anyway.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
It might be a cuss word somewhere else, but
I got no clue.
I took 2 years of Spanish in high school, and I remember one sentence. ¿Dónde está la
Never had Spanish.
biblioteca? That's it. Where's the library? So if I ever go to Spain, I can ask for where the library is.
That's the most important
Yeah,
thing.
It
I don't
is.
know.
It
All
really
of my
is.
Spanish comes from Deadpool. And
What?
I
at
only know
least
that
in
sentence from
Deadpool,
Technoblade,
when he
if you
says
know who
that,
is.
he claims that it means I don't
You know
bargain,
Technoblade?
mother.
Purple,
So.
do you know Technoblade?
I know Technoblade. So Technoblade was a YouTuber, right?
Yes.
And he died, and everybody was really sad.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I do know. I know
Yeah,
of
he died of
Technoblade.
cancer
That is actually really sad.
at 21.
At 21?
Or was it 23?
Mhm.
Something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
very young.
that's really sad.
It was.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, now I'm sad. Okay.
Now the stream is just
I don't-
depressing.
All right, guys. End stream. I gotta deal with these
Don't worry,
emotions real
Technoblade
fast.
Never dies.
I
Oh my gosh.
so I'm not very familiar with like YouTubers in general, which is really bad for a someone who's trying to make who makes a Minecraft YouTube channel. Probably not the best look, but
Not
I mean,
really.
not necessarily.
I know like I know a lot of Hermitcraft
I mean, it's not like a
members.
guy still uploads, so
That's
it's
all
hard
you
to know
need.
about him.
Actually, I watch like a pretty decent number of like smaller YouTube channels as well. Like YouTube channels that are about my like the size of my channel. Small. So very small.
Occasionally, YouTube will recommend me a small channel, but I don't really keep up with any of them apart from you.
Well, that is a huge a huge vote of confidence from you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No problem. You're welcome.
I watch a couple of those, and like I watch some of the bigger channels. Like I watch a pretty decent number of like Hermitcraft videos, and I've recently
Yeah.
been watching a bunch of Flip videos.
Friends with what?
Flip.
Oh,
I don't.
Yep.
that rings a bell, but I don't really know who they are.
It's okay. It's not a big deal if you don't know. But basically, he has like a hardcore world that he's been working on for a long time, and he releases so many videos. Like even if I was a full-time YouTuber and I could dedicate every second of my life to YouTube, I couldn't release half the videos he releases. It's like crazy. Like
Yeah,
you
some
guys
people are insane with uploading.
you guys remember that video I made where I made that huge mountain in like 2 weeks, and it was like a really big deal for me.
Oh, yep.
That was like a huge deal for me. And this guy, he uploads like a video with at least that much work every week. Like
Average Sunday afternoon for him.
it's wild. Like hats off to you, my dude, because it's crazy.
Yeah, some of the YouTubers are just absolutely mental.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could ever make this like a full-time thing, I could definitely put out a lot more videos, but nowhere close to what that guy does. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, hey, just always keep making what you enjoy making.
Yep, that's the plan. Just gonna keep on keeping on, you know, like they say in places where that word is said.
Places.
And don't pull a classic Minecraft YouTuber. We've had enough of those.
Oh yeah, gotta not gonna pull a Technoblade.
No, not that. don't die, but also
Don't die. Oh, you hear that, chat? Cedric doesn't want me to die.
A very specific thing that Minecraft YouTubers are often exposed for.
Axe, the benefits
know if
of
you want me
full-time
to say it or
content
not.
create. No, don't. You don't need to say. Everybody, if you know, you know. It's all good.
Yeah, okay.
Axe says the benefits of full-time content creation, but the thing is like, it's not even like the benefits of full-time content creation. It's like the videos, the amount of content he puts out is just wild. Like I even watch like a bunch of like Hermitcraft people, and I'm like, oh man, these guys put out a lot of content. But like imagine like the most like grindy Hermitcraft member, and then like double that. That's like the amount of content this guy puts out. It's insane. Like seriously insane.
Yeah, I just looked up his channel, and every week there's a new huge project. What the hell?
And like it, like the title, it makes it look like it's huge, but it's actually even huger than that. Like on
What
top
the
of
hell?
it's like on top of making a he like titles it, oh, I made a mountain, but he also made a village on the mountain, or like it's like it's crazy. Sorry,
Wild.
sorry everybody. I'm gonna
Again,
stop
bro.
giving him some giving Flip free content from my stream.
Yeah.
Don't-
You and
don't
your
watch him.
559
Right now.
subscribers.
Don't watch him. Watch me, guys.
Evil purple time is back.
Oh gosh.
Yep. But yeah, there's a lot of really awesome YouTube content creators out there that I enjoy. Yeah.
I mean, apart from you and Hermitcraft, I don't really watch Minecraft content.
Yeah, kind of the same. I watch like a lot of like video essay stuff, but like I do that while I'm doing grindy stuff in
Have you heard
Minecraft.
of the game Trackmania?
I have heard of it, and I think I've heard of it from you. I'm pretty sure the reason I've heard of it is because you mentioned
Maybe.
it. Is
That's-
that
I think that's like at least 50% what I watch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did hear about it from you.
It's just a racing
Sorry,
game.
I have just made a clip
Oh
on
god.
purple pulling a techno blade.
Oh god.
It's not a bad
Doesn't
one.
sound great.
It's not a bad one, right? Now I'm nervous the way you're
That
not
silence is,
talking. Um,
Uh-oh. Is it time for your first cancellation? Woo!
my first. Hopefully not.
Do we throw a party now?
Hopefully not. What is the clip? You got me nervous now.
It's just when you said I won't pull a techno blade.
Oh.
When you're talking about Minecraft YouTubers.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Hopefully that's not too insensitive. I don't mean to say anything bad about Technoblade. I'm just saying I don't plan on dying, which I suppose nobody does. But
Oh, thanks.
if my videos suddenly stop and you guys don't hear from me at all, then just
Don't worry, I'll be there to comment. Oh god, he pulled a picture. Just for you.
if that's not like the last video I put out, all the comments need to be, oh, he pulled a Technoblade.
Please don't ever announce you have cancer.
Oh no.
And if you do, cut off your arm immediately.
Guys, this got a little bit dark. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. My bad.
Where were we?
Well, we're moving on from where we were, so let's not talk about where we were. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Let's see what
Where's Scrag?
you know. Okay. So I mentioned earlier in the stream that I started, or I had that second channel, and I not streamed, but I made a Baldur's Gate video, and that video is a whole lot different than my normal content because I basically edited it like not at all. It's just like a playthrough video, so it's probably not going to be like.
Uploaded it already?
Yes, but I uploaded it to a second channel. I'm gonna put out like a community post like mentioning it. But I don't think there's gonna be a lot of overlap between people who like watch my videos and like people who enjoy that content. But I'll put it out there anyway because I might release like other.
Unlikely.
I might put like other like game content on that channel. But anyway, the moral of this story, the point I'm trying to get to is I realized since I'm not editing it, you hear a lot more voice cracks. My voice cracks so much more than I realized, and it's all because of Sammy that I've started to notice that. It's I,
You
You're
just gotta pay
most
no
welcome.
attention to it.
it's just like I uploaded it without really editing to, like I edited the first part of the video, but the rest of it is just, you know, like just gameplay content. And just for fun, just like to see like how the quality is, I put it on in the background while I was working on a different Minecraft project, and my voice cracks a lot. It cracks quite a bit, and I don't even notice most of the time.
Have you
We need like an
considered
automated
buying
voice
a
crack
new
counter
throat?
system.
Have I considered
that.
buying a new throat?
I think his voice is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. I guess.
Sorry, Pepper. I think your voice is amazing.
That is, yeah, that's really sweet of you. You guys got to be careful about my ego, remember? Don't.
Oh, true. You're the worst content creator I've ever seen.
Thank you. You
Good
guys, yeah, you know my ego can get out of control, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys, I can't wait till you see, especially you, Sam. I can't wait till you see my next video. Mostly because you're gonna be in the video, and it's
You're
gonna.
also teasing some other
Okay.
project. Is that related?
No, that is the project. I've been
Oh,
working
okay.
on this for a long, not working on it necessarily, but like planning it for a long time. Trozo knows what I'm talking about. Trozo knows
Sam
what I'm
is
talking
shaking
about.
my
I've got
right
some
now.
plans for you,
I
but
don't.
I'm kind of waiting for you to do stuff first so I can retaliate.
Oh yeah. Well, you're gonna need if you're gonna increase this by 1,000-fold, then you're gonna have to go pretty crazy, because this is pretty.
Yeah, in the next
That meteor about to
in the next
become
meteor,
3 times bigger.
Yeah.
in the next meteor, I just should put a whole heap of baby zombies in it for my chicken jockey farm for the next person to mine, and they just all the chicken jockeys fall out.
Give them all diamond gear too. That's gonna be brutal then.
But yeah.
You know, we need another chicken jockey arena.
Yeah, I watched that video. That video was just pure chaos. I don't know what I expected
I
going
loved it.
into it, but it was, boy, that was chaos.
Sometimes we need those videos.
Yeah.
It was funny though. You were just chucking everyone in an arena. It worked. It worked out. But some baby zombies escaped the system.
Oh god.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's get a look at this. I'm trying to just get some terraforming done in the background, but I'm getting distracted quite
It's
frequently.
looking great.
I think it's looking pretty
By the way,
good,
Sentry, I do
actually.
touch grass.
Huh? Sorry.
I do touch grass. I remember you saying that I need to touch grass at some point
Well,
after like my
Did you
creeper farm
touch
build.
Minecraft grass or real life grass?
Real life
Important
grass.
distinction. Wow,
Either
I'm so
work.
proud of you, Sammy.
I know.
Sounds like somebody who doesn't touch grass would say.
I train multiple times a week, so I touch grass every day almost.
Okay, that doesn't count. That's playing soccer doesn't count. He's talking about going to the park and just like putting out a blanket and pondering about life's mysteries for like 2 hours at a time or something. That's touching
Does
grass.
backyard count?
I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh, you've never
Not
touched
on my own,
grass?
at least. No, it's not bad. Going to a park.
You guys have never
No, going to a park to lay out a blanket alone.
you guys have never gone to the park, laid out a blanket, and just pondered life's mysteries for hours at a time?
Don't
No,
worry,
that's
Purple,
usually
I'm with you. I
me at
have.
4 a.m. on my rooftop. That's when I go out.
Yeah.
That works too.
What time is it?
Existential doubts in the shower. Though.
4:30 a.m.
4:30. We've still got like half an hour. I've got like a pretty hard cutoff this time because I have to.
4:30 a.m. for me.
No, that means we've got like half an hour left.
Okay.
I've got a pretty hard cutoff this time because I've got a class like right after I finish streaming, so I've got to make sure I finish right on time. Finally,
Is it like an
some sleep.
online class, or do you
No,
you go in person?
No, it's in person. There's an
Okay.
office that we have down below where we live.
Any
So
stupid
Oh, okay.
Oh, how many? Right now, 4, I think. Yeah. 4 students.
Oh, you were like
It's like tutoring. You can think of it like tutoring, but
okay, yeah,
more it's like hardcore tutoring. I guess you can
yeah.
look at it
When
like
you said
that.
you were a teacher, I expected like a
No.
high school teacher or something.
No, if I was a high school teacher, I would not have anywhere close to enough time to make the videos that I make. Yeah, high school teachers work way more than I do.
Why do you think we never see Auburnator?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
He was actually streaming this morning when I woke
really?
up.
I saw before our stream.
It's
Been
so
3
He's on the
streams.
unfortunate.
server a lot
Been
more.
great.
It's so unfortunate because I never see any of his streams because he streams while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Just a shame.
I set an alarm for 6:30 this morning and woke up.
Ugh.
That was an
No,
awful
I just
idea.
missed his stream.
Why did you do that to
I saw
yourself?
his stream, and then because I was streaming with Trozo and everyone, so I wanted to make sure I had time to wake up.
Wow. Okay. You just. That's a weird response. I asked you why you would do that, and then you talked about me.
No, because I was starting at 8 a.m.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Which is actually like an
Gotta
hour.
Just kill you with a
spam
shovel.
Purple.
Normally.
Michael Biggins. Oh, that's
Yeah,
Mike.
you gotta spam me in your chat.
I
You might
don't.
wanna time them out.
I don't even know how to do that.
Like,
Just a
I
second.
don't have
You
moderator.
You should mod
name
me.
or-
You should mod me, and then I can get rid of him.
Let
yeah,
me
you should
let me mod
someone.
let me mod all of
Welcome,
you.
Mike.
How do I mod people? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
I think you just click
On
on their
YouTube,
name
I
or
don't.
click on the 3 dots on the chat message.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
My-
saying, please no.
Michael Biggins. Why? That's
a
so
little-
that's so
it's a
mean.
little
You're
late,
making me
just
sad.
spam it.
Oh, okay.
Don't-
All right.
Don't be sad. Get him out of here.
All right. Just
Get
a
him
second.
out of here.
I'm gonna click on. Okay, clicking on the name does not work. Oh wait.
the
Add as
three
moderator.
dots?
Add as moderator. Okay.
Okay, wow.
Do I make managing moderator or standard moderator?
It's too late, Michael.
Don't really know what
no
the
more
difference
family
is.
for you.
Sorry.
More family.
Managing.
No more family for you.
Oh shoot! I almost made Michael Biggins a moderator. Whoops. Sorry. Sorry.
I wanna do that.
That would have been
No,
awkward.
no.
Can manage blocked words, change chat modes, has capabilities of standard moderators. I'm just gonna make
Yeah, so
standard.
it's just a higher level mod. Yeah, makes sense.
I'm just gonna make standard moderator for now, and then if I need to make a bigger one later. All right, Sammy, you get moderator. Cedri, you get moderator,
Yippee.
and Trozo.
Okay,
How? What's lower than moderator?
Oh, screw
Bad.
you.
There you go.
Nice.
Done and dusted.
All right.
Purple.
All right.
Amazing.
Love you too. Jeez, Purple.
You get purple.
No, Trozo, I gave you moderator as well.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
Michael
I'm gonna
Biggins and his
time Sam
family
out.
has been eliminated.
All right, you guys all have moderator.
Eliminated.
Don't abuse
You've
your
been eliminated.
powers, okay?
No.
That's crazy. That's a crazy
Slash.
sentence.
Ban.
Oi. Oi. What did I do to you two?
Wait,
Piece
don't
of crap.
ban
You're
Trozo.
Trozo, you don't have to do anything.
Don't ban Trozo.
Oh, you said
Wow.
something lower. Okay.
Oh, you're
okay,
asking us to
Trozo, you got
ban
lucky.
Trozo Purple? Okay, I can do
Ah,
that.
man, I'm gonna need to make somebody else a higher moderator so they can deal with you guys.
Oh god.
Cat.
I need a new moderator to deal with my moderators.
Dang.
I can do that.
That
I
would
can
be
do
you.
That would be me. I can't. No, I don't know how to do that.
Fair enough.
I really need to learn how to do a whole bunch of YouTube stuff. Like when I watch other people's streams, they look so professional, and my stream is just It's just so
To
bad.
be fair, they've
all
also been
start
doing
somewhere.
it for like 10 plus
Yeah.
years. So
Well, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'd be
One
My
step at a
very-
streams
time.
are like nowhere near.
Sammy, your streams are awesome.
First are fun in
You even have
it.
chat.
Well,
that was so much
That's-
love.
that's a that's a one click thing. You could probably do that pretty easily. You just need to get like, I don't know, Streamlabs or something open.
Yeah, I'll probably do
But
that
my
eventually.
alert system has not been working. I get follows on Twitch and an alert does not come up. I don't know why.
I swear, half of the streamers I watch are always having alert problems. It's so goofy.
I haven't even been bothered to
Alright.
check it. I've been procrastinating on that, fixing that.
Well,
I've
now's the
been
time.
procrastinating
Go
in
fix
general.
it, Sam.
Where was that? There was a piece of dirt that I
I'm gonna
keep seeing.
stream probably next week. This is
Oh, there it is.
advertising now, guys. I'm streaming next week on a Tuesday, maybe.
Man,
I don't know.
Man, I'm
Oh gosh.
Yeah, well, if you were
didn't stream for the Friday night game, and
if
heck,
you were
dude.
if you were streaming right now, then or not right now, but in like 20 minutes, then I would rage you if that's even possible on YouTube. I don't know if it is. But
I have
does
got a
YouTube even
football
have that
game.
feature?
I have no idea, to be honest. I actually
That's a
I
Twitch
really
feature.
I really want to
Okay.
stream on Twitch, but it's not. I don't think it's possible because you know I mean you probably don't know, but Twitch doesn't operate in Korea. So like if I'm not using a VPN, I can't even watch Twitch. Like the entire
Wow.
Oh wow.
like the entire
Yeah, it's probably
platform
gonna
is
be
just not there.
difficult to multi-stream then.
So so I don't think that
yeah.
streaming on Twitch is ever going to be a possibility
Yeah,
for
unless
me.
you just
But you come to
have a
TwitchCon with
VPN
us,
on
right?
standby.
Yeah.
Well, clearly it's time to move countries again.
Oh boy.
Where to next?
Where to next? We're just going down the
Where's
line.
next?
Which country is
we-
the next on the
good.
list?
Not Australia.
Australia. Oh,
Well, I mean, I do speak some Dutch now, so I mean,
Yeah, clearly it's time to
perfect.
come to Belgium.
Aussie
Yeah.
is not too difficult to learn.
I
No,
I
that's it.
reckon
Australia.
I reckon I could
don't
learn
know,
that.
It's so confusing.
Hey, I love that. Purple.
I reckon I could learn.
Trozo,
Yeah, what the
Alright,
stuff?
Trozo, remember that? What did I send you? What was it? The Aussie Christmas video.
Oh yeah, the Aussie jingle bells. It was
Aussie Jingle. I need to
something.
find that.
Oh, you know,
I'm finding.
maybe I need to be a little bit
There was
careful
a
here.
lot of good day mates.
Do you guys
I'm
know?
putting Purple's
I-
general chat.
I need to talk to Casey because he's got his house up there. Do you think he'll be upset if I terraform all the way up to the top, or do you think he'll want me to leave like some area for him to do stuff?
I
Well,
don't think
he's-
he'll be upset.
He's moved out to his soccer stadium, so football stadium, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, Trozo.
I call
Football.
it soccer and football. I honestly call it both. I don't have a specific name for it.
Wait, you call it both? That's even weirder.
I'll call it soccer
No,
some
yeah,
days
that's
and then I
weird.
call it football. the
Hey,
other.
look at me,
Yeah,
guys. I'm
me
gonna
too.
go out and play some both.
Look, we're meant to be calling it football, but I've grown up calling it soccer. That's why.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like if you say
Wait,
soccer,
why?
you're just more clear, even if it's like, even if I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every now and then I'll say
Soccer.
football, and people will be like, "Huh? Is that NRL?
Which one?
Is that AFL? Like what?"
Yeah, football's football, and then soccer's soccer.
Oh, you guys don't even know what
Well,
AFL is,
no.
eh?
Football is soccer.
I don't know what an AFL is.
I do
American
I do know
Australian
what
football league.
I do know what that is. I was gonna say I know what that is. I'm not completely uncultured.
I don't. I only know American football. I barely watch it.
Trozo did not understand a single thing that was said in the Aussie jingle bells.
Trozo, I need you.
I didn't.
Trozo, kill this pillager for
I'm
me.
coming.
Kill him.
Okay.
Kill him now.
Soon he's gonna be
I'm
like,
out.
"Kill this semi that's online now for me."
There's so many of them.
I'm not even on Minecraft right now. I was doing my Attack of the Corrupt event.
I
And here
can't
I am
get it
playing
hidden. I'm gonna
Geometry
die to freaking pillagers. This is gonna be embarrassing. Oh,
I'm
no.
I'm not gonna
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Oh, no.
I'm just gonna let this
Oh,
happen. No way. No way. I don't even have a weapon. I don't even have a weapon. I have a shovel.
Oh my god.
Trozo,
He's very low.
I have a shovel.
It's only one.
Should I clip that?
No.
Oh. Trozo, do I need to pick
Having this clip.
do I need to pick up your stuff?
Nobody clip that. No, I'm here. I'm not
Okay.
at my mega base.
All right, my inventory is like
It's just your
completely
average
filled
Frozo
with like
moments.
random stuff, so
Why is everyone bullying me?
it's just too easy.
I look away from the
You know,
stream for
but-
2 seconds and Trozo is dead.
Even when I try not to bully Trozo, he just
You're
does
not me.
he just does something that's so infinitely bullyable. Like it's
Yeah.
just
I feel attacked.
how do you oh yeah, you're obviously
Maybe you
you're being
should feel
attacked.
Maybe that will make you better at the game.
Wow.
Some
Okay.
drive, you know. Some drive.
Oh. I'm gonna cancel everyone here.
Good luck. I don't have an online presence like you do.
That fair enough.
That's fair.
I can find something.
Could you though? Could you though?
What's your Instagram?
You
My
can
real name.
Okay.
I'm not giving you that.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's your first, middle, and last name? Just spell it out for me.
Yeah.
All right.
My
Trozo, the
last-
title
my
of your
last
crit
name-
is Trozo being a noob.
Oh, gosh.
Actually, I think I have a pretty good last name. In Dutch, it's de
Yeah,
vriend,
last name,
which
yeah.
literally translates to the friend.
That's actually really wholesome.
Yeah,
I am the friend.
That's
you
super
are the
wholesome.
friend. I'm
Big
out of
friend and
bucket.
enter. Brings me Lord of the Rings vibes.
What?
It's a Lord of the
Big
Rings thing.
friend and enter.
You haven't seen Lord of the Rings, right, Trozo?
I have.
Oh, you
I've
have.
only seen the first and third one though.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
watched it, but
listen.
not like
I
the
was
long version.
I was watching the first one, and then I had to stop halfway through because we were going on a road trip and I couldn't watch in the car.
Okay.
And then I went to my aunts and uncles, and they were doing a youth group like binge watch of all of them
This
for
is
each week that they did Bible study and crap.
this is getting really specific.
And
Yeah.
well, it's because it's a story that actually happened. And then
Okay.
they said that I had to watch the first two if I wanted to go to this, and I was like, yeah, sure, I can do that. So this was during COVID as well, so I'm at home at their house doing online classes while watching Lord of the Rings. So I watched the whole first movie, and then I got 3 minutes into the second one, and then it was the church time, so I had to go, and then I never
and
got
you
to
never-
watch the second movie, so I just skipped.
You never
So
finished
the-
it?
was
The
fine
second one's
years
the
ago,
best
you
one.
know?
I've been told.
What?
I don't know. I've seen the ending. I haven't felt like rewatching
Wow.
it.
Helm's Deep. That's what I built last season in Doki Craft.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's in the second movie.
I mean, I guess
yeah,
if,
I
Battle
don't
of
know. I've
Helm's
never
Deep.
seen it.
if you didn't enjoy it, you didn't enjoy it. I guess that's just how it goes.
I mean,
but
I enjoyed it. It's just I don't know. I didn't feel like watching it yet, and then I just never.
Trozo,
got
I
around
think
to
I'm
it.
gonna have to ban you
Yes.
from Doki Craft.
I have. That's fine.
Ooh, it's
But I have so many movies that I need to watch. So it's on my list, but it's like way down on the list.
I watched like
So-
all 3 in a row when I got sick when I came home from ski vacation.
yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good
I mean,
movies.
yeah. I will watch them eventually.
You know what movie you
good.
guys need to watch that you probably haven't watched? Let
Wait,
me
wait, no,
let me
you-
try and remember the name. I'm gonna look this up.
Okay. Perfect.
Are you promoting your channel right now? Inside
No, those are the
the-
clips.
No, it's
chat?
clip.
The
Okay.
recent one I sent was you being a noob and dying to pillagers. The title of it's
Oh,
called Trozo
okay,
being.
but-
Okay, the movie, it's called Three Idiots. Three Idiots. It's an Indian movie.
Hey, me
it's
Trozo
Indian.
and hang on, who else would it be? Me Trozo and
Who else is the biggest idiot?
well, I can
And-
put Stark in there easily, but he's not here.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I could be an idiot. You know,
Yeah, but you're purple.
Yeah, you're.
What's the
Not-
difference?
not sure if that's a
You
kinda-
kinda
compliment.
like the
Stark is
ether
is-
of the server.
Me and
No,
Stark
actually,
is
no, I
Dumb
figured
and
it
Dumber.
out. I figured it out. Trozo counts as 2 idiots.
Wow.
Ooh.
No, that's right.
Oh
Me,
my.
myself, and I. That's the 3 idiots.
Yeah, no.
Poor
I started
Trozo.
in Dumb and Dumber. I was dumb and dumber.
Trozo.
That's me and
Okay, okay,
Stark.
all right,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm
All
a
right,
huge
guys.
fan.
Everybody stop. Chat, you Michael Biggins, you stop too, because this has gone too far. This has gone too far. When Trozo starts bullying himself, that's when we know it's gone too far. Trozo, you're a beautiful person. You
Oh,
are
thank you.
you are talented.
Even if I'm a ginger.
Yep, you are
An amazing person.
come on guys, help me think
Oh,
of
thank you.
good things to say about him. Hurry.
That is actually
Trozo,
hurtful.
you okay?
Trozo, VeggieTales line. God made you special.
Thank you.
Yeah. Trozo, you
VeggieTales.
you can kill pillagers.
Yo,
Trozo,
I can.
even though you're ginger, we still love you.
We love you
That
in
was like a
spite.
backhanded compliment.
We love you in spite of the way you are.
Hey, Purple.
Yes.
You should come along with us to TwitchCon in a year or two time. I don't know when we're doing it, but
Where is it at?
sometime you need to come. Probably America somewhere.
It's either gonna be either in Rotterdam, I think,
Rotterdam.
or
Isn't that
think
one
that's
like
what it's
very,
called.
very soon?
I don't remember. No, well, it would be in years to come, but
Oh, right.
Well, I'm not gonna make
but those
any
are the only ones in
promises.
Rotterdam, I
TwitchCons that- yeah, I believe it's Rotterdam, and then the other one is in. Why
Yeah,
can't I
it is in
remember this? I'm
Rotterdam.
American. Sam.
Oh, you want to say Rotterdam in Dutch?
There you go. No.
Going
How-
back to this?
How would you say Rotterdam in Dutch?
Rotterdam.
Rotterdam.
Yeah, no. I
Rotterdam.
would have a short
Rotterdam.
syphilis.
You know what? I'm trying, and I think
Yeah,
that
I've
I
already
think that
started
counts
saving
for
up for it.
something. You've been
Trozo,
saving.
I'm saving up for the trip. Yep, in
Oh.
2 years time.
Yeah,
I have savings, but
I'm not gonna make any promises, but that would be cool to be able
Same.
to go.
it depends. It depends on all the college stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I
I
just
finish
wouldn't want to
uni
go to
around
America
then.
with the current states of affairs.
It kind of depends
Mm-hmm.
on whether or not I become a famous Twitch YouTuber in the next 2 years, or a Twitch, not a Twitch,
Twitch
YouTuber,
YouTuber.
a Twitch streamer.
Twitch you-
If I become a famous Twitch
Yeah,
streamer and
every
they
faith
pay
in
my
your
way,
hands.
whoops.
You have to,
One big problem.
Cedric. You had to get us all three to 100,000 subscribers on Twitch,
I have to?
and then we'll all go. Yeah, you have to.
What?
I
What?
believe in you.
Right, okay. Alright. Okay. Well,
got
be
this.
ready for January 7th. Be ready.
What?
That was really ominous.
Okay.
Wait, what?
That
What?
was
What's
really,
happening?
like specific.
What in the world is happening on January?
Okay.
All right, now I'm
I'll wait to
scared.
see. No, that's when our channels are blowing up. He's predicted.
Wait,
Yeah.
the channel's blowing
Yeah,
up.
for a reason. For a reason. Maybe, yeah.
It's blowing up, but at
Maybe.
what cost?
Apple's gonna blow up in 3 months, mate. You're
Something's blowing up. I don't
Okay,
know what
okay.
it
I
is.
already said I'm not,
balloon.
guys. I said I'm not gonna pull a Technoblade. I have no intention of blowing up.
And January 6th, make sure you tell your family you love them. Just to be sure.
Oh my gosh.
Trozo, don't die.
I should just go back
we
on
don't have
Flip
anyone
Craft
to
and start
bully.
spamming goat horns again.
I'll make sure not to die.
Oh my. All right, guys. All right, guys. I gotta start.
Very
I gotta start winding the stream down because I've gotta.
Alright.
10 minutes is my hard cutoff, but I should probably get done just a tiny bit earlier. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
everybody,
I messed that up.
for joining and for turning this into a very interesting stream. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It was
Very
interesting.
entertaining.
It was
Koning
very
hapje.
Koningin hapja. That was probably pretty bad again.
Amazing.
That was great.
Okay, but the
Do look
terraforming.
Devant.
No, you smell bad. I know what that means. I know what that means. I can't say it, but I know what it means.
Yeah, me too. Me neither.
Just got to get rid of this one piece of dirt because this is gonna bother me.
Oh crap.
All right.
Purple, I
More
almost did it
pillagers,
again.
Trozo?
No, I almost threw my pickaxe into the void.
All right. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining the
This is
stream. Yeah, no, I'm ending this. This is over. The
was a lot
stream
of
stream is done here.
This is
Guys, we
over.
should start a new topic.
Michael Biggins, thank you
Right,
thank you for joining. It wasn't very you gave me a reason to get some moderators and figure out how to do that. So for that I appreciate you. We look on the bright side of everything.
Alright, so what superpower would you all
Everyone
want?
get ready for January 7th.
Yeah, everybody get ready for January 7th. Not sure what's gonna happen, but Cedri says it's gonna be big.
No, we're blowing up.
No. Why do you think
Channels,
that?
All right,
channels are
that's
hitting
that's
1
it.
million
That's the stream.
subscribers.
I'm ending the stream. Bye,
Diamond play
everybody.
buttons
Bye
for everyone.
bye. Bye bye.